Today we are going to talk about how to create a Gantt chart in Microsoft Excel. This video is particularly for project managers who want to track their project progress, and many times project management softwares are not available due to licensing issues. So, Microsoft Excel can be used to create a Gantt chart easily, and we'll be creating a fully featured Gantt chart and using planned efforts, actual efforts, completed efforts, and today progress. Yeah. So let's go on to the Excel where we will demonstrate you how to create a Gantt chart. For creating a Gantt chart, we have to see what is the kind of data that is available. Many times, project managers have this data already available, and this is a very normal data which is known to the project managers. The column A has the task that needs to be performed in the project. Column B and C are the planned start date and end date that were used to plan the project. But in actuality, what were the dates used? The column D and column E are showing that dates. In actuality, what was the start date? In actuality, what was the end date as compared to planned date, right? And what is the effort that has been completed? How much work has been completed out of this work, right? Out of the planned work that was done, right? So these are this is the data, this is the quantitative data that is available with the project managers. The fields that are highlighted in yellow are the calculative fields, and basically, I can show you how this is calculated. The column G is the actual duration. It is showing us the number of duration of the number of days in actual, actual number of days. So it will be column E minus column D. Column E is the end date, actual end date minus the actual start date, and then I will push the data, push the formula down. Okay. The next is the number of days completed. So number of days is the number of amount of effort that has been completed. So it will be column G into column F. As you can see, column G into column F. And we'll once we have calculated, we'll push the formula down. The next is the current date. So to track what is the status of the project as of the current date, I have taken, since data is pertaining to 2019. So I have taken out a current date. I have selected a current date as 1st March 2019. You can also use today's function to populate the current date. Yeah. The next thing is the y-axis. Will come to this a little later. I'll tell you how this field I have selected. And the column K is the planned duration, right? So column G is the actual duration, actual dates duration, and column K is the planned dates duration. So it will be column C minus the column B. As you can see here, column C minus column B, and you will have to push the formula down. So friends, now we have the data available. We'll go on to create this Gantt chart. For that, we'll go to the insert option, insert ribbon. We'll select the horizontal bar chart, and we'll take the stack chart specifically. Yeah, we'll take the stack chart and we'll try to insert the data inside it. So for inserting the data, we'll have to do right click, select data, go to the add option. First of all, we'll add the actual data. So actual data starts with actual start date. I'll select the series name. I'll select the data here quickly, and this is my actual data. The next, I will have to select the duration. So duration will be the actual duration, because we are tracking the live project progress. So next thing I'll do actual duration here, and then I will select the data, and this is my data. Yeah. So next thing which I have to do is also at this point, at this horizontal category, I have to select the category. What exactly I'm tracking? I'm tracking the task of the project. So I have to go to the column A and I have to select all the tasks here. Remember not to select the heading. It is you just have to select the data from row 2 to row 10, and you'll say okay, and you'll say okay. So friends, now as you can see, this is the data that we have now, but you can see the data is actually in inverse order. The sign off is at the top here. So what exactly we'll have to do is we have to select this data series, right click, format access, and we'll have to come here and say categories in reverse order. So as you can see, friends, now the category has inversed, and now we can see our we can see this data making sense to us, right? Now what we have to do next is we have to actually get the duration of the actual dates, right? Actual duration. So for getting the actual duration, you will have to select this area, and you will have to say right click, format data series, come to the ink option, fill option, say no fill, and you can see that the data, the bars that here you were seeing, they are now not visible, right? So now this is the duration, actual duration that you are actually tracking in your project. So for this, and you can see this data is actually going towards the middle. It will, it will look good to the eye, to the visibility, if this data is towards towards starting here, right? So for that, you will have to do you'll have to take the actual start date, because this, this data is actually actual duration. So you can just take actual start date, and you can get the numeric value of this date. So this date is actually 43467. Come to go to the data here, format the data, format the axis here. Look at the minimum. The start of the axis is this number, but what you can do is you can go here and put this number that you have just got from the actual start date. Yeah, so it will be 43467, and you'll say enter. So as you do the enter, friends, you will see that the data has moved from middle, it has moved to the extreme left side, and now this is giving us a better clarity of the project progress, and the tasks are nicely visible to me, right? What I can do is I can also go and increase the size of this so that it looks quite nice. I mean, it looks good to us, right? So I will go here, I will increase the width. Sorry, I'll increase the width of my task here, so that it looks really nice to me. Yeah. Now friends, this data, this chart is looking good, but what I will do is I want to make it more clearer to my eye, and for that I'll go and change the color of this graph. And as you can see, I've just got this thing as well, this data series. So I'll go here again, and I will say no fill, right? I can see some border, right? So I'll go here, I'll try to remove the border also. There is some shadow, I will try to remove the shadow as well. So friends, as you can see, now my graph is visible and looking nice as well. I'll go and you know bold in this these axis as well, x-axis and y-axis, so that I'm able to see my data quite well. And now what I'm seeing is on my screen is the actual duration, right, of all the tasks that are assigned to my project. Next, friends, what we have to do is we have to bring in the effort that is completed for this actual duration, right? So for that, I need to uh, bring in the data. So for that, I will have to select the this portion, and I will, once I select this portion, I have to go and select the error bars, right, and go to the more option here. And friends, as you can see here, there'll be horizontal lines that will be activated here. So what I have to do here is I have to select plus line option here, no caps, and then I have to go to the custom option and then select the number of days that are completed. So here I'll simply go and select the number of days that are completed. You can see, friends, now I have got the number of days that have been completed here. I need to make these lines little broader. So I'll go here, I'll select this as green. I'll select this as green. I will give this as 8. I'll give this width as 8, and I will just select this 10 so that it looks okay. Maybe I can just select green as 9 as well, or maybe 7. Yeah, 7 looks fine. And Yeah, I think this is good. So as you can see, friends, now I have the data that is available, right? So if I want to say this task has been 50%, this is 20%. So you can see, friends, live I'm showing you how the percentage, how the effort completed is getting updated, because I'm update a project manager is updating the qualitative data here, right here. Yeah. So I hope this is quite easier for you to understand now with this video, and we'll go and proceed further. Yeah. So now the next thing, friends, what we have to do is we have brought in the actual duration. We have brought in the actual effort that has been completed. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to bring in the planned start and planned duration inside this graph. So for doing that, friends, what we need to do is we actually need to uh, select the data, right? So for selecting the data, friends, what we'll have to do is we will have to bring the data in. So for that, we'll select the planned start date. For taking this data, friends, I will have to tell you one thing uh, about column J. So column J is the y-axis. So friends, as you know, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So at given point of time, your y-axis always starts with 0, right? So if I have to, you know, create the, I have to bring in the or track the planned start date, right? So we'll have to we have to track them at this point of graph. So for doing this, we'll have to take this the because this is the sign off is here, right? So we'll have to consider this as point 2, because the graph starts from 0 onwards, right? So I'll just say point 2 as sign off, and then I will give the values to the above activities in the multiples of 1. So you can see I've added 1 to all these numbers, right? So what you need to do is simply you have to select this point 2 and say 1, and then you'll have to push the formula up, and this is it. So now next thing, what for bringing the planned data is you'll have to select the data, you'll have to select the planned start date, and this value is actually, I have to select this y value, and I have selected this. Yeah. So as soon as this is done, friends, you'll see that Excel thinks that I'm about to create another stack chart, right? And I'm adding a effort to it, but I don't want to do it, right? I want to track the planned effort from this point onwards, right? So what I will do, we will make the Excel thing like that, but in reality we'll have to select it here, and we'll have to go to the chart design option, change the chart type, and friends, as you can see here, we'll just go and select the scattered chart here, and we'll say okay. You will see that the data here has gone. So what we need to do is now we need to plot the x-axis, because earlier we just plotted the y-axis, right? So for plotting the x-axis, we'll have to select the planned start date here, and this is it, right? So now I have to plot the x-axis. So friends, always remember that x-axis you have the dates here, so you'll have to take the dates here, and this is it. As soon as you'll see the dot options which are coming here. These are the planned start dates, right? And you'll say okay. Now friends, this is very good, right? But what you need to actually do is you have to compare the actual effort versus the planned effort, right? So for planned effort, this is the planned effort, right? This is the planned effort, right? The number of days that are planned, right? So I need to give the planned duration here. For giving the planned duration, I need to select this. I need to activate the error lines. As soon as you activate the error lines, friends, you'll have to delete the vertical lines, because we don't need them, because we need the horizontal duration to track that in a parallel way. Yeah. So, and what you need to do is you need to then select this horizontal line, and you need to say, you again need to go here, you need to go to the error bars, go to the options here, right? You'll select the plus, because you need the duration, You don't need gaps, and then you will have to go and get the value. So now the value here have to be the effort that was planned, right? So effort that was planned was this, and I'll go here and I'll select it. Now friends, as you can see, the planned start date I have actually started coming, right? And you can actually compare your planned start date with your actual date, which is in orange, and now this is. But now before that, we will give a color to this error, to this planned start date. We'll go here, we will actually give blue color to this actual date. We'll say this as 4. Yeah. And yeah, I think what we need to, you can see a marker here. So for marker, you will have to remove them, right? So for removing the marker, uh, you need to actually select the markers, right? First of all, you have to select the markers here. You'll have to go to the data series. You have the markers here, and you say none. So as soon as you say none, it will go away, right? And this is your Gantt chart with planned effort, which is highlighted in blue, your actual effort, which is highlighted in orange, and your completed effort, uh, that is highlighted in green color. So you can see it right there. Yeah. The next activity in this graph is to create the today's line. So for today line, we can also give, like I told earlier, you can also give today's function. Like you can always give the today's function, or I have here automatically assumed the current date as 1st March 2019. So for that, we need to bring this data again. What we need to do is we'll have to add this data. For adding this data, I'll select the series name. I will give the series values to it, and the y values are right here. So I'll give that. As soon as you will give this, you know, you will not see anything here, friends, right? The reason you won't see anything here is because it's not visible. So to make it visible, you'll have to select the plot area. You have to select this drop down, and you can say series current date. And as soon as you will click this, you can see your current series, right? Current date line. I need to create a line for this. So what I'll do, I'll take a solid line. I will maybe take a orange line here. I need to actually you can actually choose to give this a dotted line, because so that the status behind it is quite clear to the person who you can smoothen the line. And you can actually give it a arrow here above. Yeah. And you can see, once you click it, you'll see that this is good, right? Now the next thing is that you need to show that this line denotes the current day status. So what you'll do is you'll go to the chart design, you'll go to the data label, and you'll say above as this. And remember, you'll have to, if you have to just edit this, you'll have to select this twice, and you will go here and you will say, you will remove this, right? And you'll say series name only. As soon as you will say the series name, it will show you the current date. And you can edit this a bit, right? You can edit this a bit. You can give this a solid line as the same color that we have used for the line. You can actually, maybe you can give it a 1 here, and you can change this line to this itself, to a dotted line itself. So friends, as you can see, now we have actually started, we have created this chart here. We can actually name this graph here above, and we can say fully featured chart. Okay. So friends, I hope this is very well clear to you. I can see some values here. You can just simply remove them. And I hope you like this video. you got the concept how easy it is to create a Gantt chart to track your project progress. You can always report your project status, showing this to your managers, to your leaders, and that will also help you to to complete your tracking without any looking for any softwares and all, right? So I hope this is very good. You like the video, and if you like the video, please do shares and subscribe and comment on the video, and do let me know if there is any topic that you want to see, and I will be happy to post that out, right? Thank you so much, and I'll meet you the next time.